Beautiful day for baseball, Corey. Rhino.
We're starting to run out of beautiful days here in South Florida.
Oh no, what's happening?
It's going to get really hot.
Oh.
I'd say if you're in Bowling Green and you see your fellow friends in Miami, you know, in a T-shirt and shorts, and they're inside and it's snowing, you're like, well, I guess it's our turn to have some nice weather.
Right. Especially for these guys. It is tough to play baseball in most of the country in the month of December. Not so in sunny South Florida.
Take that, Bowling Green. Books, your beard is back. Last time I was here, you accidentally shaved it off.
Well, not quite accidentally, but it did disappear for a bit. And then, you know, through the nature of beards, it comes right back as that's dropped in for a strike to Vasquez.
Looking dark. Almost unnaturally so.
No, that's not an issue yet. That conversation will have to happen between me, myself, and I sooner rather than later, but not yet. There's a couple of hairs in there that, you know, look a little lighter than the others. You stop staring at my beard.
It's safe to say, Billy, with the 10 pro teams in attendance, some people are keeping an eye on them.
Yep. Who's here?
They're all behind home plate.
Should you go hand out some cards or anything, Rhino? Say, hey, if you're looking. Right here.
Some familiar faces, I would say.
Quickly 0-2 to Hayes. Weidman did not have a stolen base yesterday.
He's probably not the kid in the Crocs, I'm guessing. He's not one of the scouts.
They get younger every year.
Yeah, well, you know. You know Bobby Cox? You know who Bobby Cox is?
I do know who Bobby Cox is.
Of course. You know who Bobby Cox is, Rhino?
Yes.
That's the baseball
Legendary Braves manager.
So you asked the baseball guy. There you go.
I went bowling at a bowling alley in Georgia owned by Bobby Cox.
Okay.
I didn't know it or I wouldn't have gone.
Did you meet Bobby Cox? Was he there?
Not a Bobby Cox guy. Nah, he wasn't there. It's like a big entertainment center. There's like rock climbing and stuff inside. It's a cool place, like giant arcade, but I didn't know that it was Bobby Cox's when I went there.
What about you, Corey?
Gallagher.
Yeah. Well, he's going to tell you now he's not athletic. He does that every time you ask him any question about anything.
We asked about arcade games.
I have
Where's
no
the athleticism?
I have no eye hand coordination.
Billy, I have horrible news for you. Athleticism and air hockey have nothing to do with each other.
Oh,
it's eye-hand coordination.
Yeah, exactly.
Not athleticism, different.
So you're good at air hockey?
I'm fine.
Oh.
So he's respectable.
Are you good at pool?
Fine.
He's respectable.
Billy, there's only one team in America that as a team has a sub-3 ERA. Which team do you think that is?
It's Western Kentucky.
Baseball analysis at its finest from the Duke.
Yeah. You think I'm not reading the notes before the game starts?
I know you do.
Think I'm walking in here with
I got to show
prep?
the people that you prep. Everyone thinks you just show up and...
That's what people think.
Nope. Not the case one bit.
A lot goes into this.
No doubt. And the all-time leader in hit by pitch, history maker here at FIU, will continue to do just that. Kashawn Frett plunked.
Every time he gets hit, it's a new record, Corey.
It's more history unfolding right in front of our eyes.
What a magical season.
Panthers finding the answers, still only one out in the inning.
Any given Saturday. Forgot the day of the week.
It's all right.
Here's the thing, if I'm going to be honest with you and the audience.
You're doing tomorrow's game too? So
no,
given Sunday?
I am doing tomorrow's game too, no, but I had a cough drop in my mouth, which is why I've been quiet. Yeah, I didn't think about it. I was thinking more, how do I preserve my voice? So I took a cough drop, and then I didn't think, well, I can't talk with a cough drop in my mouth.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah.
I appreciate the economy of it. So your decision when you're valuing your words and preserving your voice was to say any given Sunday on a Saturday.
Well, I meant to say Saturday, but then I said Sunday. Friends like you, who needs enemies?
That's probably fair. Right, because you've never hopped on me for a mistake.
No. I think I'm very supportive. That's why they call me the bra.
Billy's a very good teammate.
Thank you.
They call you the bra?
I used to.
Oh, okay. Who's they?
People.
The people.
The people.
You know. You don't know them.
We do it for the people.
People I know. You don't know them.
Okay.
He does it for the people and for the fans.
Thank you.
That is the first long ball conceded by the sensational sophomore.
Any given Saturday.
Nailed it.
I'm very proud.
Thank you.
FIU scored 5 runs in that bottom of the third. WKU very capable of doing the exact same thing. If they do, we're tied again. Strike 1 into Lizama.
See, that was good math. FIU.
The math.
Yeah.
The math. Basic numbers, I can handle that. I'm a functioning adult as Lizama functions that all the way out. Ethan Lizama, a big swing, his 7th homer of the year.
Corey, I got to tell you something. I'm in the doghouse.
Why's that?
Give a shout out to Steve. We get a shout out to Michael Brooks. Didn't give my dad a shout out. He's mad at me now.
No, we did say we're probably 3 for 3 with dads listening, so I kind of opened the door for you.
Now's the thing. Do I give him a shout out? Do I not?
In a way, you
prove that
indirectly
I'm in
gave him
control.
one by just mentioning
think
him.
you
but
do.
You can give a special one.
I don't know.
We mentioned the dads by name, and you
I'm not
specifically
gonna,
have.
No,
So
I'm not going to give him a shout out.
All right.
Just because.
That's not very nice.
Show him. Lewis Gill's not the boss of me. I'm not going to give
Yeah,
you
at
a
least
shout out,
there's
sir.
the name.
There it is.
Not happening.
Not
today.
happening. Definitely not. No
Not-
shout outs for
Not
Lewis
going to
Gill.
say shout out Lewis Gill.
No,
Not
we
gonna
wouldn't do
happen.
that. Well, if you're going to be mean to your dad, then I'm going to be mean to you.
Why?
Because Rhino opened the door of South Florida professional sports, and I've got a little beef with you. Because I believe you opened this week
With me?
on nationally syndicated radio saying,
What
and I
was said?
quote, "Lightning is soft. I hope I get struck by lightning. I'm not worried about the Tampa Bay Lightning."
That's
I agree
true.
with that take.
Thank you.
I really do.
For anyone who wants to take a peek at the NHL scores of the day.
I said more if you want me to say what I really said.
No, please. The floor is yours to defend yourself here.
No. that's
After a
fine.
dominant win by Tampa here in South Florida.
Well, everyone was worried about the Lightning, and I said, you know what?
You know what? A blind squirrel finds a nut, Corey.
There you go.
I still got Panthers in 5.
Panthers in 5.
I hope I get struck by lightning is probably a little off base.
Did I say that?
You think you did, yeah.
Sounds like something I would say.
Well, the best part about it is that you stood by your takes. That's very
I'm not
good
backing
media.
off of that. Why would I?
Because Tampa just won a game in
That's
pretty
fine.
loud fashion.
I think it's safe to.
Here's the thing about that.
Okay.
Is I believe in this team, and if they lose this series, my belief doesn't falter, and I won't back off of it and feel silly. They just disappointed me, and they failed, not me. I wasn't wrong with what I said.
No.
They choked. Corey was telling me before the broadcast, Rhino, before you got here when you were downstairs doing work, talking to the boys.
Yes.
He was telling me, he's like, this Restrepo, best case punt returner in the NFL.
Did not say that. Definitely didn't say that.
That's a
Best case, I believe, is
tremendously
how it was
intriguing
expressed.
take.
That would be.
Best case scenario punt return.
I don't think so. I don't think that's what I said.
He said if he even makes it,
Oh,
which I'm not sure he will.
nope.
Sorry to betray your confidence.
It's also just making stuff up. Sun's out, runs out here in Miami, but not the case right now.
It's a very true statement, though. I mean, you play on a Sunday. The rule of thumb is anything over 92 in the air is a homer to left field.
Strike one into Carlos Vasquez.
Sun's out, runs out is what they say around here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It is a true thing. Sunday's an offensive day at Miami.
Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
Yeah.
That's why that's actually a very relatable statement.
What do you want to be Pope, Corey?
Oh, goodness.
What are the options?
Down the line. That is perfectly placed by Carlos Vasquez. Gets all the way to the track. 2 bags, 1 swing, and WKU right back in business in the 5th.
So who are the front runners for Pope?
Get back to that, I guess. It's something you could bet on.
You can almost certainly.
I'm very curious who's favored, though, for that.
I'm looking, Googling right now. Papal frontrunners.
I think there's a bigger guy that's in the running, and I think that's the
Like taller?
the
or
bro pick. No, like wide.
Husky?
Sure.
Okay.
Where'd you land on Papal frontrunner?
There's a couple here, but I don't know if you knew who they were.
I couldn't tell you.
You just called one of them fat. But that was
I
it.
did.
That's all you added to that.
Well, you said it, not me.
Who'd you vote for? Who would you vote for, I guess?
Oh, they didn't ask my opinion.
I'm asking your opinion.
They don't go to temple and ask who's the Pope going to be.
I'm asking you, though, if you had a vote.
If I had a vote,
Yeah. Or you don't want to get into papal politics.
I think there's one who's Italian-born, right?
Yes.
So we'll go with that. It's
That's
a
probably the-
hometown advantage.
Pietro Parolin.
Sure.
It's almost like you're just sticking to tradition.
Okay.
No, why not?
Let's see.
He's probably favored.
I haven't watched Conclave yet, so I don't know how any of this works.
What's the time frame on that? When do we?
When I'm watching Conclave. Down through the 5-6. Kyle Hayes comes up clutch for WKU.
You know what I was doing before? Now that we're talking about businesses, I wrote down potential business ideas for us.
I like this.
To go into together.
Okay.
I'm so for this. Let's hear it.
I lost it though.
Prior to the game, you were talking about a rooftop bar in Missoula, Montana.
Whoa! Spoiler alert! Don't give
where
away all the
it's
goods.
freezing for 7 months of the year.
Well, so hold on. Okay. Well, there needs some setup here.
I'm just laying the stage.
I did write rooftop bar.
Okay.
In Montana. So Ryan was going to Montana, and we were
He is.
talking about rooftop bars. He said that they're great. I said, "Are there any in Montana?" He said, "I don't think so." And I said, "Not yet."
What a business idea.
See, it's a good idea. Rooftop bar. We can open one up in Montana. I also wrote axe throwing pop-up truck because we were talking about that in one of the breaks also.
The Sky Shed in Bozeman, Montana, a rooftop bar. I'm sorry.
What are you sorry?
You have competition.
He's out. He's not in. He wasn't even good at business.
Well,
you're not part of our deal.
The key to
decision on your part.
entrepreneurship is being able to be better than your competitors.
Sure.
I
So
will
that means
also
we
say
would be better than
this.
our competitors.
If someone thinks your idea is crazy, might not be.
Or it might be.
Might be.
If your idea
It
is
might not
crazy, it means it's good.
be. See?
So crazy it just might work.
Yeah. So you don't want it on our rooftop bar?
I'm into anything you're into, but
It doesn't sound like it.
no, I'm here for you. I'm just letting you know the landscape. Somebody in Montana thought of it. Now, again, that's Bozeman, not Missoula. Who knows what Missoula's like?
Yeah.
Literally. Who knows? Anyone here? What
It's
is
very
Missoula?
suburban.
Okay, there you go.
University of Montana is right around the corner over there. Did a little bit of research before I go.
Yeah.
Is it a sad place?
Seems very happy. It's a college town.
Payoff pitch.
Oh, college
Lifted
town.
straight to Weidman. Guys, nerd is on my headstone. I think everyone watching can
You
understand
died?
that at this point. When I do, eventually, it will say nerd. It's the
What
first
if you
thing.
become cool?
I could be a cool nerd. Being a nerd is in these days, man.
I'd
Rhino
say
and I were talking Star Wars. The
We were.
athletes and the nerds. It's one
We
giant
do.
circle on a Venn diagram now. It wasn't when I was a kid, but now it's cool. There are athletes that have like anime pictures as their cover photos on social.
Okay.
it is a real thing.
So he's cool.
He's very cool.
I wouldn't go that far.
You're very cool.
Thank
Very
you.
cool.
Oh, man. Oof. Oh, what a day for me.
Man, you can get to that headstone a happy man now.
Hopefully it's a long way away.
On the headstone, nerd, trendsetter, athletic, informative storyteller.
Well,
Wow.
only half of those are true. But I guess if you're going to go out lying, you might as well. There's no one to call you on it at that point.
Most people on the ground are lying.
We have a running joke of 3 liars per team.
Who are the liars on this team? You know them. You know the guys.
Oh, let's
Who are
get
the
the hot
liars?
gossip before
Oh,
Ryan
man.
heads to Montana.
Who's a liar?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I plead the 5th. They're all pretty good dudes, I'll be honest.
Maybe you're the liar. None of them are good dudes. Nah, I'm kidding. What do you wear to go out if you go out?
These
Really?
comfortable sneakers. I'm all about foot comfort.
Like
Even-
at night, if you were to go out, you wear those shoes?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
We wear a nice pair of J's, a pair of these.
Yeah. Oof.
You're still talking about sneakers. I'm not much of a sneakerhead, is evident in this conversation, but
Yikes.
they're all sort of the same.
I don't think you should be allowed to dress yourself.
Okay.
Michael, do better. You're looking at my shoes to make fun of my shoes.
I was just looking at your shoes. Why you assume I'm about to make fun of you?
I know it. I know you.
You do.
I know you.
But I wasn't going to make fun of you. I'm always supportive.
That's why they call you the bra.
I thought they called you that.
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Okay, both of us.
I forgot.
So you guys are both the
The
bras.
shared nickname, the bras.
With an
Yeah.
S. Got it.
Bras.
Bra bra.
Bras.
Who's the worst uniform in Conference USA?
Ooh. Can I plead the 5th?
No.
Okay.
No, can't.
I got to think.
Still waiting.
I know
here.
one
Police
that's-
man versus firefighter.
Takes
also.
about 10 hours to get out there.
They're new. I mean, all right, fine, yeah. Kennesaw's basketball ones are pretty cool.
I think you said worst.
Yeah.
Right, that was what I'm saying. Kennesaw has some cool basketball ones, so I don't know if they qualify for that.
Oh. Well, we're trying to be positive.
Sam Houston, I'm sorry. Okay, moving on.
We don't need to focus on the bad. Let's just focus on the good.
You asked me for the worst uniform. It's exclusively focusing on the bad.
You could just say no thank you. I'd like to not.
I tried, and you said no.
Yeah.
You're in charge of this broadcast. You tell me to do something, I have to. Of course.
It's a good thing that I came today then.
Absolutely.
If I'm in charge.
It's always a good thing when you're
I
here.
powered through that cough attack.
You did.
You
Yeah.
did.
It almost ended the day on a whale pun, but you got through it.
Whaling hunting.
Whaling hunting.
Shouldn't hunt whales, though, if we're going to be serious for a moment.
True.
If you're listening out there and wondering, should I go out today and hunt a whale? You should not.
You should not. The Heat, also known for hunting whales.
Well, hunting like the practice, but not actually catching. You know?
The Heat in general, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
In terms of the whales.
Well, we'll see.
Like if you say I'm going fishing, that doesn't necessarily mean you caught fish. Right?
Sure.
You just went fishing.
Sure.
But you shouldn't catch a whale.
You saying the Heat can't get a whale anymore?
I'm not saying that. History is saying that. There's certain players out there, I believe, that if you gave them the option to play with a superhero cape with their number on it, they would take it.
Absolutely.
I think they would.
So
Would I do it? Absolutely not. But I think that's a very good
like an
proposition.
outfielder, if you give an outfielder the option to play with a cape on, I think they would take it.
Yeah, probably for a game or two.
Yeah.
I imagine it loses its allure after that.
Well, then you become the guy that plays with a cape on.
Correct.
So,
And nobody wants to be that guy.
no, I think you would want to be that guy, right? How
For
many
a
people
game or
play with
two.
a cape? I don't know.
Well, if you open it up to all the athletes, then conceivably there would be a lot of athletes that wear capes.
Yes,
Okay.
conceivably.
Again, for a game or two. And then
So
it would
on
be
graduation
dull.
day, I feel like you should be allowed to play in your, gown.
But there's even more to a whole cap and gown situation. Well done on the 3-2 take.
Cool if like the nature preserve sanctuary behind right field closed off, like the exits or whatever. Let some Panthers roam in there.
Seems dangerous.
That'd be incredibly dangerous.
No, I mean it'd be dangerous. That's why you fence it off.
If we're
but
making a created stadium, it'll be the show. Sure.
you
We'll put
create
line
a
out there.
Panther sanctuary out there in right
Because
field.
animals have
Wouldn't that
never
be
escaped
awesome?
from an enclosed space.
No, and you give them room to roam, but they are an endangered species. You give them a home. What better place for Panthers than here?
I mean, Corey, if you are doing a created stadium, you could put a Panther out there, but this is
Oh,
not
sure, yeah. The
virtual
video
reality.
game, go nuts.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see a lot of lush vegetation out there. It seems like something they might enjoy.
Well, you don't get a whole lot of lush vegetation down here in South Florida. Rolled up to short. That's Howard's ball across the diamond in time for out number 1.
If I'm on Local 10 in the morning, Billy, and I wake up and I see a headline, FIU student bitten by Panther in Panther Reserve, how's that going to go?
Well, I would, I wouldn't immediately blame the Panther. I would ask questions to see who's to blame. Because
Like the Panther can tell you that
I'm not saying anyone deserves to get attacked by a Panther, but
Not to victim blame.
if you
but-
somehow end up in a Panther sanctuary,
Sure.
I mean, them's the breaks.
So you're saying it wasn't Harambe's fault?
rest in peace to Harambe.
I mean, we don't need to go down that path. But
I mean,
Harambe didn't leave the enclosure.
No, he didn't. You know what they say, Billy Gill? Any given Sunday.
For tomorrow. Today they
tomorrow.
said any given Saturday, yeah.
They did.
right.
Tomorrow's game to decide the series.
How about that?